Let me give y'all a little lesson real quick. From the Bible to real life, they be like, oh, the Bible, the Bible, the Bible. First, I'm gonna start with people don't want to hear a lot of people talk a lot, because when their future self think on, why should I love them? Why do I love them? I'm thinking about them right now. I know they're thinking of me. Why should their energy be pulled onto me? Why should I keep continuing to love them and bring them in prosperity of congruency of being in love with them? Everybody's in love with everybody when they first meet them. It's just about how they speak and how they talk to them and how they treat them. So why should I love them? And if they hear you talking a lot, their future self is going to be like, man, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Not saying it's a good thing. Not saying it's a bad thing. But for the other person that's trying to get to you, you must understand. A lot of times people are just trying to show you, hey, I know a lot. I want to say a lot. I want to feel heard. I love you. I want to let you know I love you and I trust you to talk to you. But I need you to listen. Not saying that I'm right, but take whatever you can from this and please just pray for it and try to find ways to subliminally love me so I can also do the same. I can also bring my love into the physical form instead of just subconscious. So don't shut people down when they talk a lot. Try to analyze the whole situation so you can figure out how to help them love their self and you and other people in a short snap of the finger when speaking. Next thing, the Bible says the dead should bury the dead and the man should only die once. If a man should only die one time, just one time, what sense does it make for it to say the dead should bury the dead, meaning anything that's dead, let it go be with the dead. Dead is meaning for never ever to rise again, even in the afterlife, never to be again, never to be thought of, never to be put into place or nothing, you know? He said, let the dead bury the dead. So when it said every sin will cause death, absolute death. Now let's take a deeper meaning into what death is. If we have mud on us, right, and we never been cleaned from mud before, it's gonna cause a new type of cleanse on us. We're gonna feel a different type of clean because we had a different type of substance on us that was being cleaned off of us. Saying every sin could cause death. Every sin could cause death of a thought or emotion or a feeling or a sensation or an actual representation of what's going on. You got cleaned a different way. Now you see something a little bit different. You got death from that old thought saying, oh, being clean doesn't only feel like this. Being dirty doesn't only feel like this. Having a sin, being in this position, being in this spot doesn't only feel or seem like this. So it shows you don't have all congruency of showing life in every single manner. So you will have death in understanding of what life is. You know? So that one thought that you had, it will die off / rebirth into a new, congruency. Like a flower. A flower will wither and die, and then the seed will come from it. The stems, the roots, it all will die. Then the seed will come and boom, something new from it. From that seed. Probably a new color, but the same flower. Same being, but a different type of cleanliness. Same being, but a different type of way to get dirty. Not saying don't get dirty and like, oh, let's go try sins. Let's go cause death. No, do not cause death upon yourself. Because remember, if you be one with the sins, like you need to be one with love. Love is building. Don't be one with sins. Because all sins will have to go away. All transgressions will have to disappear. So that only sins will be in death, and basically we'll forget all sins and we'll be in a new form of what learning and actually taking risks and actually jumping into the mud in order to say, hey, I have fun. I didn't let limitations hold me back. I seen the mud was something I could get into and It's gonna be fun. I know not to get overindulged in it and let the mud stay on me forever, because it's not healthy for my long-term being. But it is healthy in the moment to be free, to experience life. You know, the Bible says don't always be overly righteous. Don't show over that you're overly wise. Doing that is like going to your neighbor's house every single day. They're basically gonna be like, okay, John, please stop coming over here. Like you got your favorite food and you keep eating it day to day. Eventually you're gonna be like, okay, I'm tired of this food, you know? No, with the big one, they're like, oh, Jesus died for all our sins. He said a man should only die once. It should only be buried once. And he said that's the phenomenon of it. He actually died and rose back from life. It can't be like that. Law will be the law. He said man should die once. Saying Jesus said, hey, why do I actually have to die in order to tell y'all, hey, this the way you need to walk in order to not sin. This the way you need to be in order to not sin. It doesn't matter if you did that sin, you're still gonna go to heaven. Just cause you got your left foot dirty inside the mud don't mean you can't walk into the kingdom. Look, keep walking through keep walking to the door. Look, you see that? They got a portal right there. Just go wash your boot off. Go wash it off. Believe in divine timing, believe in divine intervention. Everything is happening for you. Don't think, oh, I got my boot dirty and everybody walking in there with gold clean shoes. Now I can't walk in there. No, if you're meant to be in there, keep walking. Let your shoe, be clean when you do have the opportunity for it to get clean. Or when you even take a risk, go inside the palace and be like, hey, my shoe dirty. You got anything to clean it? And like, hey, there's no shoes allowed in here anyway. And you see all the gold shoes sitting by the door. And like, yeah, just put them down the stairs. I have somebody come in, bring a bucket of water so you can clean it yourself. And if we forget, look on the side of the building, there's a spigot over there. And like, see, you was thinking, oh, I'm not gonna be able to, walk even in the door because they're gonna turn me around. No, don't think in the future. Think in the now. The Bible say the righteous ones will increase, but everyone else must decrease. But that means everybody else must understand what death is in order to keep moving forward. Nobody actually understand what death is, but I just told you. I understand what death is, so I will always increase. In every angle and perspective, I will always increase. Even if I'm talking about death and even moving in a position to say, hey, this is what death look like. Just because I know what it is don't mean I'm being one with it. I'm being one with life. And being one with life is helping other life forms, helping other life angles. You can also see Jesus saying, just us. And like, Jesus is righteous. Just us is righteous. The people who are in a circle of being right and is about what they learn, that's wisdom. Wisdom is saying, having a wizard dome, understanding disconnection can make disconnection. And the way I really did move you could say fingers, every finger can point. Every point that I make with my finger, basically all ways, all angles that I point my fingers, I understand, hey, I definitely made something that can increase my dome. I'm being free. I'm being with essence. I'm having freedom. I'm having essence of my spirit. Understanding, hey, personal expression, self-expression, self-evaluation, self-reflection, self-accumulation. And it's not saying self-accumulation, it's understanding what you went through and what you've seen and try to find knowledge off of it, or even praying for knowledge to be banked off of it. Say he got put on the cross. It's basically saying, I walked around with hugs like, hey, I'm finna give everybody information. I want to give you information because I seen everybody real deal in a pickle about this. And everybody I see y'all have the same face. I see y'all have this and that. And it's like, okay, why he talking so much? It's like, because you got to have faith. It's a good story. I'm going to put in a story for him, but it's a story. Like, you have to understand, because if I keep going, I'm gonna keep hitting the points that y'all need to hit, because I'm following the conscience that y'all have. Every time I hit this point, I hear one of y'all sparkle your mind praying for something or asking for something, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna hit this point right here. I'm gonna hit this point, hit this point, hit this point. And they ask, why is he bouncing this and way? And evil be like, man, he not speaking about nothing for real. He just talking, and these people around him crazy just like him. And they're like, oh, have faith. Having faith is basically saying every point is not meant for me. You know, like every second isn't meant for your breath or your heartbeat to beat on the same level as somebody across the world's. Your heartbeat could be in like, and somebody else could be like, you know, their heartbeat could be being a little bit slower, just because they probably asleep and you awake watching the game or watching the TV. Your heartbeat not gonna beat the same as theirs. They in different situations, they in different positions, they in different perspective, they in different actual awareness points. You know? So the Bible is not meant to say, hey, everything is meant to be exactly how the Bible is. The Bible is telling you have situational awareness, have a perceptual awareness. Basically, learn how to see the power points, like the stars. The world tells you about the Bible. Look at the stars. They make pictures. They connect dots. They make things that make you say, hey, I can see that in it. I can see that in it. I can also see that. Same as with the clouds. Now, it gets more intriguing than that. You look at cars, they be having faces. Me, personally, I can look at trees, see letters, see shapes, see faces. Look at the grass. You can see patterns on which grass grows a little bit stronger right here, a little bit dim right here. And it still shows real power, letters, creation, faces, just animals. Look at the grass, look at the dirt. You know? When you actually put your input in things, and you actually put your own wisdom and put your own, you know, feeling emotion into things, is when you actually put your finger in the sand and draw. But guess what? Who's the best artist? The highest energy source. Yes. Use your perceptual awareness. Being one with energy and allow it to flow. Letting your mind flow. Let your conscience be open. You can't let your conscience be dimmed by the light because you assume, hey, I'm not able to think like this or think like him or think like her or think like this and this and that. One, you cannot think higher of one person other than your, like, you can't say, hey, that rabbit's smarter than me. You must not think like that. If somebody's showing you, hey, I understand this and this, and like they have more wisdom, they have more perceptual awareness than me. And then you'd be like, hey, how can I get inside the format? That's what you want to ask. How can I get inside the format of your thinking? And the best answer for that is understand situational awareness, understanding perception awareness. You know, that's called sapa or pasa. Understand what's a pastor, a pasa, perceptional awareness. You know, situational awareness. Sapa, pasa. And you can see it, Sabbath. You know, Sabbath is really sapa, situational awareness plus perception awareness. That's what church is. And church is really saying chirp of a bird. Be up for the morning. Like I said earlier, mourning, like when you grieve somebody's death, you understand the death of one situation in order to grow anew. Like the sun. Or the sun went down, it was dark, and it grew anew. This is information that seems hidden, but it's real deal, not brought into final broad perception because they're focusing on how to be perfect in these areas to make sure people be like this, and that. Soon as you be a little bit more free and you just go with the flow, you don't actually have to know the definition of something in order to be one way. The definition will find you to help people at the right time, you know? No one is smarter than someone. It just somebody found a flow of how to be at this time and this time and this time. in order to create a bigger masterpiece for the collective conscious. That's all being just us, the righteous ones, will be able to see the bigger picture, the bigger painted picture. All the evil ones, they're not going to be able to see it. They'll be X'd out from the painting. And even then, when we fill in those spots, in the later form, in a different light congruency, it will still be beautiful. Remember, we're all part of the star constellation. Do not exit yourself out because you're saying, hey, I want to be the brightest star and cause this to happen, cause this to happen, cause this to happen. Not saying, hey, try to be the first one, but it's somebody already who gained the perceptional awareness, who gained the situational awareness before everybody else. And that highest person want to say, hey, come along, I want to help you. Again, use your situational awareness, perceptional awareness. When I say that person, break down the word person. Son. If you do scramble with the word per, you can say pray son. You know? The person, the son that you pray to. The highest light. I want to be like the highest light. How must you be like the highest light? It would be a lot of false light trying to get in the way. And you will be also put to the test. So understand what fruits real deal feed you and what fruits real deal try to trick you. Like, hey, dig your hand a little bit deeper into these thorns and grab the fruit that's all in the back. You remember that song, Black of the Berry, Sweet of the Juice? Grab the one that's all the way in the back. It's dark back there, but grab it. And then something else grabs you. You get stung by a bee or wasp nest or something. You know? Take precaution. Take caution. That's what the Bible say too. Take caution. Pick the fruit that you're able to see. Even the ones that's too high in the tree, be patient. Somebody may come. Or be patient. It may fall. And guess what? You may be able to be presented God's timing. As soon as you walk outside, a whole bunch of fruit start falling because it just rained or the wind just blew. And you're like, oh, I was just praying and these fruits had just fell. Amazing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to help you. I'm not here to, condemn anyone. I just want your situation awareness, your perception awareness to grow. I'm not here to say bow down to me. I'm just saying, come be a part of the glory, the God love story. Come be a part of the power. Flip around the word power. Ray, wise, opening, presentation, opening, perception. Yes. It's okay for somebody to be very much aware on what living is, to be in your vicinity, to be in your presence. It's okay for people who has open awareness that actually help the world in the past and the now to be in your perception area. You know? Don't push away your awareness gift due to your fear.